Hi, this is Glenda. Today I have a magic phone card for you. It's a scan and cut file, and I think I've got the SVG, and I will probably also include a JPEG or a PDF, so if you wanted to print it out and use it as a template you could. I had to do something for my daughter's birthday, and because she's a card maker I felt like I should do something a little bit different. I have just glued the catches on these two, and that's why they're sitting open, because I really should be leaving this till tomorrow to film, but I'm not. So it's supposed to look like a phone case. These two are for children, and so I've tried to make them look a bit younger. Just I need to make birthday cards so they get whatever I'm making. So for this one I've stamped in black on StazOn, and of course the magic cards, as you pull them up you get the coloured picture revealed. And I do not believe how much paper I have wasted on prototypes on these, and still this is the first finished one I did. I put the ribbon on this one. I'm not sure that's, well, the next ones I haven't done like that. If you do a ribbon you don't necessarily need a little notch out, but even then that may not hurt, and that will make more sense in a minute. And these catches I've had in my stash for ages. I got them on clearance somewhere. They're not going to be brilliant, but they look quite good as a case. You could use Velcro, or a couple of brads with string, or anything you can come up with for a catch. So then I moved on to the actual birthday card, and of course I've tried to make it more grown up, and I think her phone case is black or black tones. She's like me, not a pink girl. And what I've done on these is I've actually embossed in clear, because the transparency I've used is the overhead transparencies for laser printers, so you can heat it. If for your acetate you're using packaging or transparencies designed for inkjet printers, don't try and emboss it. Use StazOn. But what I've done is you have sort of the faint image, and as you pull it up you get the full-on coloured image. So I know she's made magic cards before, and honestly this one's not perfect, but she'll love me anyway. She watches these videos usually, so it also means you don't get it till after her birthday, the video that is. And so this one I've done the same thing, and oh, I've forgotten to put the buttons on this one. I put supposedly phone buttons on the other two. I've still got to do it on this. And again it just pulls up and reveals the message. I do not do a lot of birthday cards, so I don't have much in the way of birthday stamps, and this is actually quite narrow, so I wanted something of course that needed to be coloured, and I had very little to work with. So hopefully you will have more than I had to choose from, and I'll quickly show you the procedure. So as I say, it's a cut file. You get this piece for the inside, and this piece for the case, and this is the flap that needs to go on here, and I couldn't attach it because it would be wider than a 12-inch piece of paper then. So that's why you've got to stick this on. And you'll also need a piece of acetate or transparency. So this is going to come down, and this is going to go across, and I did score them on my scoreboard first and found that wasn't great because you've got a bit of bulk, so it was better just to fold it after I'd finished. So what I'm going to do is put this flap on the back. I know that sounds odd, but it was the easiest way to line it up. So I've got it on the back of the card, and I'm going to put my sticky tape like that, and then wrap it round. So then, except that I've stuck it to the wrong bit. Okay, try that again. Okay, with the card open, I'm going to line this up on the back of the card, put my tape on, wrap it around to the front, and then it's lined up. And it was a bit hard to line it up otherwise, but otherwise you'd just put it here and line it up if you're good at that sort of thing. So that's that bit. Now you're going to put 1/8 of an inch tape. One of the first prototypes I did, I had to throw out because I used 1/4 inch tape, and it just meant the panel kept sticking. Oh, this tape's run out. I knew it was about to run out. I thought I'd get one side out of it. And this is brand new, so I've got to find the end. Even with a little doohickey, it's hard. Okay, so we want to have tape along the very edge on this side. And along here. And then you're going to put it on this piece. And the other thing you want to do, which I keep forgetting to do, is if you're going to not have a ribbon on it, you do really need to notch this out a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it just makes it that much easier to make the thing work. So then you're going to take this piece and you're going to stamp on it and colour it in. And then you're going to take a piece of transparency bigger than what you need and put that down, and then you're either going to stamp in StazOn, or as I'm doing, you can clear emboss it. My embossing powder and my Versamark. You're just going to get it more or less lined up. It doesn't have to be remotely exact. Powder everywhere. Now, it's very difficult to see, but I am going to line this up as precisely as I can, and then I'm just going to trim off the top of the transparency. Just got a sticky strip dot. You can just use tape or whatever you like, but then punch out a circle fold it in half, remove the backing, and I'm going to put against the fold, I'm going to put it on my yellow piece here. This is another one for children, hence the yellow cover. Then line this back up, bring this over nice and tightly and attach the two pieces. Then you can just take your scissors and trim around the transparency sheet. You can, like the first one I did, I stapled the two pieces together, but then I found my staples were catching a little bit when I slid it back into the card. But you can experiment, that's what I did. So then we take this and we feed this piece through, and you can take the backing off the long piece. Yep. Lift up the acetate, make sure this isn't too close to the sides, and that can go down. If you want, you can just check that it will slide. I've been putting glitter on these, it's possibly not a good idea, I don't know. Anyway, as long as my daughter's one is fine, that's all that really matters. That's not really, but take the backing off this one. And bring that over. And it should reveal itself. And then you can bring the front cover over and the flap. Okay, clearly something's gone wonky here. I made 3 without anything going wonky. As soon as I film it, it does. I must have still managed to stick it on crooked, the bottom flap. Most things can be saved. Okay, and that's the card. Then I just took a dot for the bottom. Well, you can copy somebody's actual phone if you want to make it look more like a particular phone. I don't know where my other dots went. Oops. Just flicked one across the room. Put a little one up there. And then you can choose whether to put anything on the front. If you've got a catch that shows, I think that's almost enough. Because these 2 coloured ones are for children, I've put an animal on that looks like it's coming inside, and then there's the other half of the animal. I just happen to have these on my desk from something else. So you can put another happy birthday on the front, or in this case I put 2 completely irrelevant numbers that have nothing to do with her age and her initial. So, you know, please yourself how you decorate the front, naturally. and of course what you put on the message, and whether or not they can read the message and it turns to colour, or whether it's sort of invisible. Yep, it was all working a whole lot better before I started filming. And a catch of some sort. So that's what I've got today, and as I say, I've got the file for you, and thanks for watching.